I don't know, one day something just snapped. Something in my brain was like, that's enough. Enough is enough. And I stood up and I was like, man, you got to find something to do. You got to find some way to motivate your life. You got to motivate yourself to move forward, because this just ain't it, you know? And at this time I was probably 23, getting ready to turn 24. It's around my first year in prison, my first full year in prison, that I was just like, man, I can't do this anymore. I can't live like this. I'm looking around. There's people doing drugs, shooting up, fighting, stabbing, choking each other out. You know what I mean? Like complete madness. What I realized was building my mind is what's going to help me, building my goals, building my future. I took a barbering program while I was in there, so I learned how to cut hair. My instructor was a woman named Miss Turner, or Yvonne Turner. And I gotta say, she's probably the best person I've ever met in my life. Like, honestly, I don't think I would have been as productive through my prison sentence if I didn't meet this woman while I was in there. She was literally like an angel sent to me to like be like, hey, bro, you got to think about what you're saying. You got to think about what you're doing. You got to think about why you're here. This isn't like a place to hang out at. You're not here to get street cred. Because, you know, when I first went to prison, my first year, like after I figured out where I was at and what I was doing, it wasn't positive. Like my first year wasn't positive. It wasn't until about this beginning of my second year in prison that like things started to roll over and change. I was doing a lot of the wrong things when I first went in. And this woman, she sat me down. She's like, listen, I don't put people in my barbering program who don't want to change their life. So like, you're either going to change what you're doing or you're going to get the out. I was like, whoa. What do you mean? He was like, I mean, I'm not here to teach criminals how to be better criminals. What I'm here to do is teach you an occupation to change your life. Do you want to change your life, or do you want to stay here? Because if you want to stay here and come back again and again like these other dudes, you can get the hell out of my room. And I was like, yo, I think I want to stay. Kind of just went forward from there. Like, she got me involved in her program. I started learning how to cut hair. I found out it was something I really loved to do. I'm actually enrolled. I just enrolled today. I went to the college and enrolled in cosmetology school. So I'm on the track to doing that, because we got restricted licenses through her program. But anytime I felt like I needed someone to talk to, or just like someone to mull some thoughts over, she'd be there. She'd be like, all right, this is what you got to do, man. Whatever that right there, that's stinking thinking, and you need to knock it off. I would say she's probably the one that helped me get through this, and she's been very helpful with getting all my program stuff sent over to the college and all that, and all things of that nature. So definitely one of the guiding people in my life through that experience. She's doing a really great job for a lot of people in there who don't really want to do anything for themselves. You know, she's pushing for guys to change their lives. She's pushing for people who've been down for 10, 15, 20, even 25 years, and giving them a foot out of the door. You know what I mean? Like, here's an occupation, here's a trade where you can make money, and you can make good money, support your loved ones, and support yourself in a legal means. This is what she's giving to people. She's giving them a real life opportunity to succeed. And like, the amount of work she has to go through to just get us our education in the first place is beyond me. Because like, I would not go through that stress. There is like 18 levels of paperwork to have a pair of shears in a prison. That was one of the reasons she had that talk with me, because she's like, if I can't trust you to be sober, I can't trust you to hold this weapon in your hand. You know what I mean? Like, if I can't, like, and the thing is too, like when we're running the barbershop in her class, like it isn't like we're pulling in inmates from the compound to come in and get their haircuts. So, you know, it could be like we could have a blood, like, especially, you know about the gangs and stuff in prisons. So it could be a blood that's in the program that has to cut a Crip's hair, or a Latin King that has to get his hair cut by an MS-13 guy. You know what I'm saying? Or a Zoe that has to get his hair cut. You know what I mean? Like, so there's so many different levels of this, where you have to be able to put your old life away to start your new life. And that was like the whole goal of her program, or at least what I seen from it, is to literally forget the past, understand that you went through your past, but you are no longer that past. You are now this new person. You are now this new future that you want to be. And like, that's what drives me now. I'm driven by not only bringing myself up, but bringing the world up around me, because everyone that's a part of the world is a part of me. At least the way I see it.